and hit me. And now she... Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God. Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me.
I didn't try to hit you. Please don't record me. Don't record me.
Okay, so look, as hard as that might be to watch, as bad as that is, the section we're gonna play for you in a little bit is much worse. But Dan, I don't know if you were already familiar with this before this morning. What do you think about this incident?
Yeah, I'd seen this video a little bit beforehand, and like there's a cycle of these things. Like the Karen does the thing, someone records it, and then they get kind of blown up on the internet. People to varying degrees figure out like how to investigate that thing, investigate their personal life, and that's like it's not the best part about this, but also as someone who has been at the like receiving end of this sort of like entitlement culture that comes from white folks in America, unfortunately, some white folks in America, it's great, and I'm glad that people are able to say, and have video, like have phones and video on them at all times, because if it's the crying white woman's word against like the calm black person or the black woman, usually that's going to win. But you have that first couple seconds where she's rushing against her, and then you have the next couple seconds where she throws her clothes to the cashier worker for whatever reason, and then breaks down and starts doing her like panic attack performance thing and makes it a big deal. Everyone else would have like reacted to that like performance and gone whatever with her side, because there's obviously distress there. But the video has all the evidence we need there, and like in history, there would have been a lot of lives saved potentially in the black community if there were this technology available 50, 100 years ago. But at least we have it today, so this sort of like Karen crap doesn't really fly.
Exactly, yeah. Well, assuming that when you put out the tape, people actually care. I mean, look at like all the body cam footage on cops. Like you can have clear evidence they just needlessly killed someone, and quite a few juries are like, no, I still like that, and I want that to continue, unfortunately. I have something I want to add to this, but first, to really demonstrate the point that I'm about to make, let's get into a little bit more of the video when the incident escalates.
You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself.
Can you please stop recording?
You look at this.
Get away from me!
Oh, y'all better get this lady.
Get away from me!
You gonna
Get
security.
the
Look at this. Yes, can y'all
Get her away from me! Get her away from me!
Lord have mercy.
Get her away from me!
Okay, so eventually security was called, and there's even more nonsense with that woman that happens with the security, and you can find out those details. So Dan, the thing about this for me is I get no pleasure from watching that. I guess I'm too much of a soft-hearted lefty or whatever, but like even a person who is clearly motivated by bad things and is trying to use the performative stress that they're experiencing, whatever, to predispose the workers there and security to take her side rather than black woman she was assaulting. I can't take people who are in some form of distress. And the added level to it is, it was so over the top that I can't help but believe that part of this has got to be some sort of mental difficulty, some sort of mental issues, a breakdown. That doesn't make the woman right. It doesn't mean that she wasn't initially trying to attack a black woman and believing that she would get away with it. That seems clear. But on top of that, and it's one of the reasons some of these stories I sort of shy away from, because like I wonder to what extent some of them involve people having mental health difficulties. This woman she was laying down on the ground, like shaking, like writhing. That's beyond what we generally see in these things. What do you think? Am I off base?
Yeah.